I'm not disappointed. Do we have to do the show, or can we just sit and eat pizza the whole time?
I'm good eating these pizzas, yeah.
Every community has that person, that one individual where you can't really find the line between the community defining them and them defining the community. If you're lucky, you know who that person is in your town.
But in Fairport, it's Ryan Miller.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
A man with pizzas. Best way I have started a morning yet.
It's good we did give it a little bit of time to sit.
Yeah.
Many of times I'm so anxious to eat it right out of the oven, and you just
molt it.
Just mulch the top of your mouth.
So tell me about this place. It's just down the street, but
Yeah.
how many hours do you think you've spent there in your lifetime?
Oh, tons. So we always, after school, it's right down the hill here. They're always making these breakfast pizzas any time of the day. It's kind of like the staple. Everybody goes there after high school, after school. Anytime we're driving by, even now my son is like, Dad, we're stopping in and getting breakfast pizza.
So we're sitting on the back of a 76 Ford Bronco, eating pizza, wearing sunglasses. I think there's still this common misconception that a financial advisor is somebody in a suit that sits behind a mahogany desk, and they're still portrayed that way in media. How have you found either fighting that misconception or other misconceptions about the industry in your career?
Yeah, I think what's really been helpful is I'm just Ryan. Like when I'll do a lot of times work from home, and if I'm doing virtual meetings, I'm usually dressed like this. I mean, maybe minus the sunglasses. I love wearing hats. I love wearing jeans, and I think clients, I think people just want their advisors to be real, not pretend to be something different. I always just try to, like, the version of me works well for me, and so.
That's very cool that you can just own who you are and not. Some of it's starting to feel like cosplay, right? It's like, well, I've got to dress up to be the advisor, and it's just like, that's not the society we live in anymore.
Well, here's what I think about it is, like, I really feel it's good to be different.
Yeah.
And there's no other Ryan Miller. So if I'm just me, I'll just be different from everybody.
I don't think I ever fully appreciated when I was in shop class how much I would one day wish I had all of these tools in my own garage. Like, there are times where I would kill for a bandsaw. Like, I'm not gonna go buy a bandsaw, but yes. I would love to have one.
That's cool, yeah.
How do you think being an advisor has changed you?
I think being an advisor has really changed me for the better in so many different ways. Just the normal, like, I gotta listen to people. Like I gotta listen to them more than I'm talking. That does quite well with my wife too at home.
Yeah, I can see that being a good transferable skill.
Patience, hard work, dedication in the business. Just it's like, okay, I work to run the business, helping folks. It's just such a natural fit to what I do, like with my family, friends, and so I try to take a lot of what I learned in business and apply it to personal life, and take my personal life skills and bring them into business. So it's really it's a real cool combination, because I get to be me and help a ton of folks, and it's just I always feel like I'm like living a dream come true. Like I never would have thought I would have been here 20, 25 years ago, but man, it just is just so much fun.
That's awesome.
I think our industry does a pretty poor job of explaining stuff in a unique but also fun way. And that's really what I try to start with folks, is getting them engaged, having a little bit of fun along the way. So it's just not so stuffy and difficult and hard. Like my only requirement is, are they nice and do they take care of other people?
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
That's really my only question. I ask, like, okay, well, tell me about them. Is this person nice? Do they take care of people? Like, what type of person are they? Because those are the ones I usually get along with really well.
Right.
So that's really my only requirement when I get
cool.
introduced to new folks.
Can you tell me about a time where you feel like you were able to engineer like a really great experience for one of your clients?
Yeah, one of the clients I work with, we really try to, at whatever comfort level their with it is, we really like to engage the adult children in the planning process.
Yeah.
And some families it works really well with, and others it doesn't.
Sure.
But a lot of times we do that, and just to make sure everybody's on the same page, especially when we're working with folks that are in retirement. Sometimes their cognitive ability starts to decline, so then it's really important. And we've been working with this gentleman for a long time, and he's really starting to go downhill. And I work with all of his, all the kids, and we did a lot of work with an attorney, and like everything is tight and planned for. And the one guy said to me the other day, he's like, Ryan, I'm so glad that you were able to help with all of this, because it's really tough with Dad right now, and we can spend time with him
and not worry. That's great.
That's the fun part about this, is when you can let folks enjoy time with their family through the ups and downs, and then you get to take all that stress and insecurity away.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
"25 years ago, you would have been sitting in the computer lab over there. Mm-hmm. What do you think that Ryan would think if he could have looked through the time glass to this moment here?
I think you'd be pretty surprised. I wasn't thinking about this at all back then. I think you'd be pretty proud too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've worked really hard along the way. It's been this cool combination of challenging times, difficult ones, but just super rewarding. And cool to have relationships where you still get to see people, 25 years later and still remember you like it was yesterday.
That's awesome. This community obviously means so much to you, and you've been a part of it your whole life. What is it about this place? Because you're well-traveled, you've been a lot of places, done a lot of things. What is it about this place that makes it always be home?
It's very much like an extension of my family.
Yeah.
It sounds corny, overused, but
No.
You know, the community's done a really good job of even a, you know, decent sized town making it feel really, really small. People take care of each other, and you know, when you're raising a family and have kids and friends, you know, you need that support sometimes.
Yeah, that's very cool. I think before we go, I need to cut something with this
Sure.
saw. Just fire it up.
I think that'd be cool.